her name is Lucy Owl. And when Lucy walked into that hotel, you remember, she was pregnant. She actually had gotten married since she was a returned sex slave, child soldier, all those things. She was there pregnant, and she had a little 3-year-old who'd wet her pants that was hanging on her knees. And I remember thinking, as if I knew, well, this one's not going to get healed. She is broken. She is done. She looked so collapsed and so weary of life that I just marked her off as one that was just beyond help. And I focused my attention on others that seemed to have more potential for recovery. But Lucy invited me up to Gulu, and the following year I went to Gulu. And here I want to add one of those other things that's a bit of advice. One of the things I learned, partly from Wanjiku and from others, is that you ask questions of everyone that you think knows anything about what you feel is your area of ignorance, your area of curiosity and confusion. And I must have asked Wanjiku a trillion questions in the few days that I was with her, and Wanjiku also sent us to other experts in the community. We asked and asked and asked. I recommend that. You can call it networking, but I simply believe that you should not be so worried about telling people what you know, but asking of others what their experience has been and what they might share with you. So I asked questions of everyone and went back to Gulu the following year. I actually went myself up to Gulu, and there I met Lucy under a tree, and she had this big group of women. And this was her group called Beads of Hope. And I had on some of my beads, but my glasses were getting caught in it. But those paper beads, that was going to be her profession, was to sell these beads. Well, the market is really quite swamped with paper beads all over the world. But Lucy had gone on to start a school, and she'd gone on to do many other things, and now she works for us. And she has another child. That child that she was pregnant with is named Judith. The other is named Eden, after Eden, who's our dear friend and on our board and has been on more trips than I have. So anyway, we asked a lot of questions, and Lucy was one of our question answerers. She was one of the ones who told us what people needed in Gulu.